And, you know, that dog needs to die. Hey everyone, I'm Triana here at Trianasaurusrex, and you are my awesome gremlins. Today, I am going to review Kill Your Darlings, a film that I saw last night. And let me just tell you, it is just such a good film. It surprised me. As someone who is a huge Daniel Radcliffe fan, I always go into a film knowing that he picks his films in a courageous manner, meaning that he, takes chances, tries new roles, different things, completely open-minded. But I was still utterly blown away at the story, the performances, just everything really. So let me get into it today. So the first thing I want to mention before we talk about the story itself, well, in a sense, is that the story is so #dreary. And if you don't know what dreary is, you need to watch my favorite things video. Just click on my face right here and you will see that video. But dreary is the name, it's a pairing name that fan writers use to make stories about Harry and Draco, Harry Potter, as if they were together in some manner. Anyway, so let me just tell you that in that regard, this film is so dreary. I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting way ahead of myself. The film follows the story of famous poet Allen Ginsberg, played by Daniel Radcliffe, and Lucien Carr, who I believe, I might get the name wrong, but I believe the name is Dan McCann or Dan something Han. They are essentially the founders of the Beat generation of poetry in the 50s, but this film actually takes place in the 40s. While you could say, in one hand, it's an exploration of the very beginning of Allen Ginsberg's poetry career, but on the other hand, which is something I like to think about more, it's a really interesting love story between these two men and the conflict that an obsessive older man brings into the story, kind of making Daniel Radcliffe's character, Allen Ginsberg, do certain things that maybe he wouldn't have in the past to prove his friendship, really, whatever, love. There's so many aspects of this film that I love. First of all, I love the directing. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what makes it so fantastic, and that dog needs to die. Anyway, all of the camera motions and the sequencing of the story is just simplistically and brilliantly told. Oh my god, the performances are so good. I was surprised at how good of an American accent Daniel Radcliffe did. And especially in the framework of the 1940s films, it totally, or time period, it totally works. And the two characters have a lot of chemistry. They teeter back and forth between friendship and more than friendship in a way that is extremely out there for the time. I just find that a really interesting concept because we have this idea of, homosexuality in the past being something that people really didn't explore. But from watching this film, you get the idea that they did explore meetup in a sort of similar way that they do, some people do today, like at bars or whatever, that you didn't think existed at that time because things were so conservative. But because these people were founders of the Beat generation, you just get a totally different feeling of what it might have been like at that time for people who weren't necessarily denying their sexuality. Something else that I really liked about the film was the dialogue, which often comprised of different poetry readings, but the way that they would speak them was with such vigor, sensuality, and in sexy tones, especially Dan McCann's character, Lucien Carr, who just is so Draco. I'm just putting it out there. I know these are based on real people, okay? I'm not deranged much. That man just drawled out the words in a sexy manner that is just so reminiscent of some of the dreary fan fiction I read over time, and there's that. But there's just some really beautiful moments in the film, and I don't want to give away too many spoilers, of course. This is just my fangirl review, I suppose, of Kill Your Darlings. It was just a beautiful storytelling piece that explained the growing and intricate and odd and unconventional relationship between these two characters. So, in conclusion, to everyone who loves film, go see it. Anyone who loves fictional representations of historical events, go see it. For every Drary shipper, I highly recommend this film. It was really good. For anyone that wants to learn anything about film, you can guess what I'm about to say, go see this film. Thank you so much for watching my fangirl review of Kill Your Darlings, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Just